Hi there.
Hello.
This is Mr. Gardner.
And this is Mr. Cotton.
Hello.
And today we're going to look at font and paragraph formatting in Microsoft Word 2010, part of a word processing exercise that I have here. And Mr. Cotton's going to be on the mouse.
Wireless mouse. No wires for me.
So there's 5 things we've got to do, and the first one is to select all of the text in your document. So, Mr. Cotton, how do we do this?
Well, okay, there are a number of ways of doing it, but I'm going to show you the way of using the home ribbon. All right? And when I refer to the home ribbon from this point on, I'm going to be talking about this top strip here. There are other tabs, okay, but I'm on the home one, and for now this is what I'm going to be focusing on. So I'm going to stay on the home ribbon, okay, and I'm going to go to the editing block of the home ribbon over there, and I'm going to click select. And for the purposes of what this document says, I want all of it selected, so I'm going to click select all.
And there you go, you see it's all gone blue, and so we've selected everything. That's the first of 5 things. Number 2, change the font to Tahoma.
Okay, to be able to do that, again, sticking with the home ribbon, as I said before, I'm going to go to the font block, because that's where we're focusing at the moment, and the actual fonts here is where you can make these changes. What it said Tahoma is what it needed to be, so I could scroll all the way down here through the hundreds of fonts that Word comes with until I find Tahoma. But I personally find pressing T on the keyboard will skip to, well, actually, because I've recently used it, it's at the top there. But had I not have recently used that, it would have skipped down to the T fonts.
Very good.
So
it's easy to find.
Yeah, so recently used, there you go, look, fonts. I'm going to click that in there, Tahoma.
And the writing has changed.
It has.
Very good. And also change the font size to 12.
Oh, right, okay. In that case, I'm going to stay in the font block. And with it all still highlighted, I will go to the font size block and change it to 12. You'll notice it's going a little preview there, look. So you don't actually have to click to see what it's going to be like.
Okay,
but this one says change it to 12.
12 on here.
There we go, 12.
Right, something a bit more difficult, I think. Change the line spacing to 1.15.
Okay, line spacing, that's more about the gaps between every line of text in there and things like that. So at the moment, by default, it's probably set to 1. Alright, it's in the paragraph block because it's the paragraph layout is what I'm looking at. So if I go over here, and out of interest, look, you can hover over these buttons and they tell you what they do. But in the paragraph one, this one says line and paragraph spacing, which is what we want. I want that to be 1.15 according to the document. Same thing as before, look, with the previews there. 1.15. There we go. So I'll click that there. What's next, Mr. Gardner?
The final thing is to justify the text. It says using the appropriate paragraph icon.
Okay, so the clue's in that question there of where the button's going to be, because we're still in the paragraph block there. Lots of people get confused between what justify actually means.
Right.
You see this button here is highlighting orange.
Yeah, that's the one
that means
on.
It's on. Yeah. And if I hover over it, you see it says it's aligned to the text to the left. So all the text is going to be shifted to the left of the
document. I can see that nice straight line on the left there.
That's the one. You could go through these. There's one if you wanted to centralise the text with center, or if you wanted to align the text to the right, so the margin would be the other side. But justify is actually what you'd see in newspaper columns and things like that. So it's kind of a straight block down. So I'm going to click that, and you see it's more squared. If you can kind of see what I'm getting at there. Yeah. So rather than having it on justified aligned either way, it's now justified, so it's like that.
Very clever.
If you're kind of with me on that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cotton.
Not a problem. See you soon.